By their shadows, they devour you. In the darkest hour subdued, the heavens fall to our feet. If that is all that's left to believe, we know better. Despite the weather, even the sunshine can come unglued. Feeling shapeless, internal combustion, reversing the effects, because no matter, we are becoming a new start. Feels more like a heart attack. Just be still, walk in place, over the continuum of immortal space. The more we grow, like a neon starlight orchid in the cold, we unfold, releasing the old. It's the darkest matter, the unloved, the unknown. We are young, we have yet to fully embrace. For as long as we despise what we do not know, goodbye a waste from eons ago of our forgotten right, creating a hospitable host for that hungry ghost. Decaying joys recess when fear and hate progress subdued. In the darkest hour, they devour you by their shadows. In the darkest hour, they devour you by their shadows. In the darkest hour, they devour you by their shadows.
Greetings once again, multiversal soul familia. As stated in the 7-day outlook, once Friday come back around, we are going to do a little more bringing shadow to the surface, to either be, well, I mean, it's all integrated in some kind of way, but to set the intention to either embody what's coming to the surface or release it. Either way, it's integrated. The lesson, the teachable moment, the insight, the experience is integrated. Give myself some elbow room here. I have my plate of standalone grapefruit to nibble on. But first, let's get into these messages. Threes have been super still in the orbit. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to begin with 3 cards from the Concrete Shamanism Shadow Work Oracle deck. Yes. And you can get yours for a limited time. This is a limited edition gold box deck. Okay, it's a jumbo version with its own cover design for the cards. And then they have a new edition 72 card oracle deck. Again, available at concreteshamans.com. And no, this is not sponsored. It's all love. It's all love. All right. Before we continue, let's drop. We already have the palo burning. Let's drop a little resin on the charcoal. Ooh. Here we go. This is, let's see here. Whoop. Indian dark resin to promote meditation, relaxation, and more. Disclaimer alert. Disclaimer alert. It's not a diagnosis. I'm not a doctor. It's not a diagnosis, not a prescription, not a prognosis. That part. Pause from the heart. Okay, one more shuffle. And we're going to talk about the benefits of burning this amber resin. Amber incense is associated with grounding, balance, creating an atmosphere of peace and clarity. Offering benefits such as relaxation, promotion of love and intimacy, mood enhancement, improved sleep quality, and overall enhancement of life experience. And we have it going in the background with some palo. Yes, although there isn't as much smoke, the resin has saturated that charcoal, so it's going to continue to release that aroma. Here we go. 3 cards. 4. What was determined to be brought to the surface during the outlook for this week? From the bottom, we have insecure and the number 30. In the shadow when it's in reverse. So that's where we're going to begin. Insecurities being brought to the surface, or the acknowledgement that you are overcoming them. Let's take a look. The insecure vagabond. In their uncertainty lies a journey towards unshakable personal beliefs. In the shadow, it is paralysis. Disclaimer alert. Disclaimer alert. Not a diagnosis, not a prognosis. Allowing insecurities to impede progress, decision making, or personal growth. And the inquiry is, how can I bolster my confidence? So there it is, confidence levels being brought back to the surface. Asking us to consider our insecurities and self-doubts. That spirit, that low-level spirit of self-doubt. Are we afraid of making commitments, forming relationships, or taking on responsibilities due to deep-seated insecurities? This card encourages us to explore these insecurities, understanding them as part of our human experience, but not letting them limit us or our potential. All right. I'm feeling guided to share about when it's in the upright as well. Acknowledging vulnerabilities, uncertainties, and self-doubt, yet continuing to navigate life's journey. And the inquiry for that would be, where do my insecurities stem from? So, insecurities being brought to the surface either to acknowledge their demise or to continue to do the work all throughout the day in increments, intermittently, beloveds. I wouldn't become so fully absorbed and obsessed, laser focused on that one thing. Just know that there will be intermittent moments where your heart will be led back to this, okay? All right, now let's go again. One card, please. And there we have it. We have overbearing in reverse. And interestingly enough, this card came out during the 7-day outlook, but it came out in the upright. So I can already see the collective has been on team 180 here all throughout this week. So that's insecure and overbearing in reverse for the collective. Let's take a look at overbearing in number 16. Their dominance, a testament to nature's raw, unyielding power. The overbearing ogre. In the shadow or reversed, suppressing others' autonomy, ideas, or feelings, often to the point of stifling their growth or voice, stemming from a desire for control or superiority. And the inquiry is, how do I ensure equality in my relationships? This card serves as a prompt to find a balance between self-assertion and respect for others' autonomy, promoting an environment of mutual respect and equality. So, overcoming security and fostering a win-win environment for all. One more. Okay, well, I said one more and Source decided on 2. So, there it is. That's what we're going to go with. We have sensual blessing. I'm not so sure that it is meant to be a package deal, so to speak. Not literally, but look at the red and the red. Okay. Her cloak is her hair, beloveds. But it is also her divinity. I just heard. It is her harbinger of her DNA. Sensual and blessing. So where in your lives, in your orbits, can embracing your sensuality be more of a blessing for yourself and others? We have master number 66 on the table. So we're going to take a look at that one first. It is a shaman, a blessing shaman. With hands raised to the heavens, they shower the world with grace. This card invites us to ponder our capacity to bless and be a source of positive energy. Can we offer blessings to others, affirming their worth and goodness? This card urges us to see the goodness in others and in ourselves, sharing positivity and blessings freely. I feel as though after this week's shadow work sessions, that has actually been made possible. In the upright, bestowing positive energy, protection, and favor upon oneself and others, often through rituals or intentions. We set our intention for that with the resin and the palo. Beloveds, 1313 on the timer. The last angel number we left off of or with was 1331, and it showed up as the allotted time in this morning's rising forecast, interestingly enough. And now we have 1313. 3 plus 1 is 4, and Source Holy Spirit decided that for the beginning of this message we were going to have 4 cards instead of 3. So we have 13 and 13 is 4, 4. Another master number. So let's ring the bell for number 66 and number 44. And then we are going to read about this angel number. This may be a good time for you to reduce the volume in your listening devices. I'm going to count up to 3 and then ring the bell. 1, 2, 3. Ringing in the blessings. Over anything that comes out in these messages. Yes. Blessings. Beautiful. How do I recognize and give blessings in life? And I'm feeling guided to only share the inquiry for the shadow for this one. When have I felt cursed or have cursed others? Or otherwise focusing on negative outcomes. We're no longer doing that with it in the upright, beloveds. Let's go right into number 26 and sensual for yet another powerful message from this. I do believe it is a siren archetype. And it is sensual siren. With every gesture, they evoke the ageless dance of moon and tide, asking us to consider our relationship with sensuality. Are we in touch with our senses and comfortable expressing this side of ourselves? Sensuality is not just about sexuality, it is also about fully experiencing the world through our senses. Our clairs are in the upright. Yes, this is great news. Blessings and clairs are on point. This card invites us to fully engage with the world in a sensory way and be that blessing. Be that bestower of blessings. Yes. A little for you and a little for me. And a little for everybody. Yes. A little for you, a little for me, and a little for everybody. That's what's up. Celebrating and deeply connecting with the physical senses, experiencing the world in a tactile and intimate manner. So not just our clairs, but our physical senses, beloveds. Physical touch is one of my love languages, and I mean that in the cleanest way possible. Let's talk about 1313 as an angel number before it slips my mind. It's representing new beginnings and encouraging us to let go of doubts. Which, with this being in reverse, is showing signs that we are in the process of doing so. It also symbolizes life of abundance, spirituality, and creativity. And I'm hearing an abundance of win-win, bestowing blessings, and connecting even deeper with our physical and clair senses. Ooh, yes, an abundance of all of that, reminding us that we are part of something greater than ourselves, signifying spiritual enlightenment and divine guidance. Now, I didn't say fully enlightened, beloveds. That is not the goal. But that path towards it and our highest versions of ourselves absolutely is it. Mission number 1. And top priorities being sovereignty, self-respect, and peace of mind. Put some respect on it, kid. Encouraging positive thoughts and staying open to the divine. That heart center is expanding, and the evidence is here. Sissy brought receipts. Yes, we brought receipts. Oh my goodness. Generally a positive sign, signifying leadership, individuality, and positivity, while the number 3 symbolizes creativity, and beforehand that was the number 1. Also, the 3 symbolizes self-expression and growth, which all of this was set at our table by Source and Holy Spirit, and has been piece by piece coming into play, beloveds, increment by increment, moment by moment, step by step. Just keep going. Yes, it's a sign to trust those instincts and take bold steps towards leaving negativity behind. Ooh, I'm feeling guided to share the meaning in terms of vocation and love as well. And abundance, it is a sign of abundance and financial prosperity. Our angels are telling us to be positive about our vocations and financial situations. Bars. And to trust that everything will work out in our favor. If you're considering a vocational change or starting your own business, 1313 is a sign to go for it. Yes, I want to go shelling and sit on the beach and make jewelry. That's what I want to do. And create my own fragrances. And all of the other aforementioned, being that beacon of win-win environments and atmospheres, bestowing blessings, as we have been overcoming self-doubt. That imposter syndrome has left the building. Yes. Yes. guiding us towards success as we continue to trust in those abilities. And in terms of sacred unions, love, whether you are single or spoken for, bars, it's a sign of karmic growth and spiritual awakening. Our angels want us to know that our twin flame relationship, our twin ray, we are our twin flame. Our twin ray is meant to be a positive and transformative experience. And it is already at the table. Beloveds. All right, we are not going into shadow. We're not going into wisdom of the hidden realms. Rather, we are, for today's messages, going into the Rose Oracle. Beloveds, if I can just grab it without too many issues. See, a small challenge arise, and we saw their smoke and brought the fire. Yes, here we go. Into the Rose Oracle. The Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Katie Louise. All right, so messages from the Rose Oracle. What else being brought to the surface to be integrated? 2442 on the timer. Whoa, yet another angel number. And I'm hearing that this one is equally as powerful. 2442. There is no negative meaning to this number. Representing balance, harmony, diplomacy, adaptability, relationships, partnerships, and serving our soul mission and divine life purpose. Bada boom, bada bing! Woo! Yes, please. More of that. Number 4 resonates with practicality, hard work, effort, goal setting, organization, stability, foundations, and building a solid future. Yes, together these numbers create a powerful message, encouraging us to maintain balance in all aspects of our lives. Yes, focusing on relationships, partnerships, and social connections, while also working hard towards achieving our goals and manifesting our desires. Trusting in our abilities and the divine guidance that is guiding us towards our destiny. That was a full pass, beloveds, at the bottom. Speaking of that water, extinguishing the ego flare-ups, we have sacred waters, the sacred waters. Nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. Sounds like a pretty satisfying Friday to me. Yes. Being brought to the surface to be integrated into our Fridays. There we have it, the sacred waters. I don't quite remember what this card is all about besides the focus words. Here, let's take a closer look. By way of the guidebook, of course, this time soon as I find here we go. The sacred waters. 120. The sacred waters are the life-giving mother of us all. Her healing waters replenish us and give us life. We're made up of her. Like the rose, we need her waters to survive and thrive. Get your water in, kids. Better stay hydrated. Watermelon and cucumber are actually more hydrating than water alone. We must drop our roots deep to receive the nourishment we so deeply need, to appreciate, protect, and honor the very thing that we take for granted. The mother of the sacred waters delivers the message to slow down and take care of yourself, particularly your body. Okay, so the primary focus of the week has been the ego for the most part. So all that hard work tends to create from time to time some bodily issues, and I'll just leave it alone from there. So Friday, and I'm hearing on into the weekend, we're being guided to embrace this message right here. Taking care and pouring into our bodies, to prioritize our well-being and live in a way that's sustainable. She reminds us to replenish and nourish ourselves and take care of our health all the time, not just when we feel unbalanced. We're being called to nourish and replenish ourselves before we become brittle and parched. The mother of the sacred waters. Whoa! You want to talk about another synchronicity. In another video I was watching a little bit ago before I came to record, mentioned hydration and cotton mouth, having dry mouth. And here is that synchronicity reminding us to replenish. Yes, the mother of the sacred waters wants us to know that there's nothing more important in our life than the care of our own sacred vessel of a body, and the earth is an extension of that. She wants us to treat ourselves with tender care, to cherish our body and hers, to fill our well until it spills over, and once it does, to find a way to give back from this place of plenty, to give our body what it's yearning for most before it turns into an urgent need. This card is also synchronizing with number 66 and the Blessing Shaman. Interestingly enough, the page number for the Sacred Waters is 120. Which you're not going to be able to see, but it's 120. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 66. The Blessing card. The inquiry is, what's your body yearning for? Well, I could use a really good, yummy smelling massage oil from head to toe. Spa day type effect to from the bra line all down is just like, feels like it's being squeezed. All right. Ooh, from the bottom of the deck for the next card, and immediately in our environment already, we have trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. Beautiful. So, being brought to the surface today to be integrated. Change. I'm hearing closing a cycle, beloveds. We have achieved growth. And now it's time to lay it all to rest, integrate, release, and create space for what's next. Bars. Beautiful. Trust the seasons. Trust the seasons. 134. How do you embrace the changing seasons of your life? We're not meant to stay the same. Relationships aren't meant to stay the same. Life isn't meant to stay the same. Some of you are feeling guided to move towards bodies of water as part of that transition and new cycle, new spiral. Beautiful. Life isn't meant to stay the same. Nothing on this planet is meant to stay the same. The seasons teach us that. Night and day teach us that. Time and age teach us that. Birth and death teach us that. We may return to a place, a person, but things won't be exactly as they were. For everything and everyone is forever changing. Nothing is static. You hear that, beloveds? Everything is crystal clear clarity now. Crystal clear clarity. Confirm. 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 Change can be scary. It means surrendering to the unknown of being in the in-between, to being not who you were and not quite who you'll become. It requires a trust in transformation, in the death in order for the rebirth to occur, and a deep reverence for all the seasons of our lives. The more we resist change, the further away we are from who are we becoming. When we embrace change, we embrace life and nature and are forever becoming. And again, that inquiry is, how can you embrace the changing seasons of your life? All right, one more pass with this deck. Oh! And here we have it. Aha! The Mystic Rose tapping into the Mystic Rose. Isn't that something? I embody the Mystic Rose. I embody those archetypes of the divine feminine, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. I embrace, I embrace, I embrace. Beautiful. In modern Christianity, it's Mother Mary. Prior to that, it was Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Grandmother Anna. In the present, it is us, beloveds. 96. 96 reminds me of a yin and yang symbol. Balance. And the inquiry with this card is, how are you being called to show compassion today? This card encourages us to soften towards humanity and to endeavor to see the world and even those who have hurt us with understanding, an open heart, and deep humility. to see that we all carry hurt and are wounded. We have all experienced severing. Mother Mary invited us to open our heart to humanity when we most wanted to close. Excuse me, God bless me, and confirmation. Woo! Wow. The processions that honored Mary involved walking on rose petals. The church altered the stories of the goddess's past, including those that featured roses, such as Aphrodite, turning the white rose with her blood to red, putting Mary in the goddess's place. Churches were erected all over Europe and beyond, in many cases on the site of Celtic temples and places of goddess worship. Mary had beautiful rose windows in the west, or many, not Mary, the direction of the feminine, in dedication to Mary, Mother of the Rose. Well, now it's Sissy, Mother of the Rose. And the collective. Mother of the Rose. Mother of the Rose. Beautiful. This card is a card of compassion, devotion, and grace, encouraging us to soften towards humanity and even those who have hurt us, beloveds, which was also part of the 7-day outlook. So yet another synchronicity, 4004 on the timer. Wow, we are being hammered with these angel numbers. Yes, I'll take it. Symbolizing courage, new beginnings, good luck, and protection from negativity. I'll take it. 40-40 on the timer. Let's make another pass for one more card, or whatever Source Holy Spirit decides. And we made a full pass. So one card it is from the bottom. The second bloom. A second chance. It's never too late in new possibilities. I just got chills. And it felt so nice across that region of my back that is just like such a poster child of discomfort right now. Oh my gosh. Look. These are not my words, beloveds. This is Source and Holy Spirit coming through. Bringing this to the surface for the collective. Claim it. Because I am. The second bloom. I have great, warm, cozy, like sunshine feelings from this card. The second bloom. 122, which adds up to a 5, which symbolizes change. 122. And the inquiry is, what unexpected thing wants to bloom within you? Well, if it's unexpected, beloveds, how are we supposed to know that, right? If it's unexpected. Come on now. Yes, even the inquisitive, intuitive, and insightful like myself still have those moments, those happy accidents, those happy surprises rolling in. And in this particular case, it happens to be second chances, beloveds, new possibilities. This is a card of second chances. New beginnings, regeneration, and reinventing ourselves. It's never too late to surrender to what's blooming within us. All that matters is that we surrender to the buds that are longing to grow and be known. No matter our age or what may have previously occurred, this card is an invitation to surrender to a second bloom, to welcome the new and share it with the world, to acknowledge the secret passions, longings, creations, and yearnings, and let them bud and bloom. If we properly allow things to end, new beginnings will always come. If we surrender to the cycles of life, after winter, spring will always return. If we tend the seeds in the fertile earth, they'll eventually emerge. Just as we think the season's over and winter's drawing near, some roses bless us with an unexpected second bloom. Ooh, especially for those of you in the southern hemisphere going into the winter, expect a energetic second bloom in a positive manner. And also there will be some unexpected second blooms, as this card emphasizes. When it appears in a spread, it's likely a sign that you too are set for a second bloom. Perhaps you have a creation that's waiting to be brought forth. Or maybe it's a new relationship or passion in your life. Maybe what's waiting to be born is a new version of you. But I'm getting that for some of you in the collective, beloveds, it's a second chance that feels new to you. Perhaps with someone familiar or with someone who feels familiar. The more open we are to change, the more open we are to life. The more open we are to life, the more open we are to being born again anew. Yes, this is what it means to truly live. Being open to saying yes to life. So when you eventually take your last breath, you'll do so while still fully living. 45:45 on the timer, guiding me to actually just draw the message to a close from there. That is what is meant to be integrated for Friday, and as stated earlier on in this session, on into the weekend. But for today, pouring more into the body, not others just yet. Pour more into us first. And then when that cup is overflowing, then and only then we pour into others, beloveds. And that is the message. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in. Multiversal Soul Familia. With much gratitude and appreciation. From my heart chakra to yours. Brightest of blessings.
Not because you fought fire with fire, but because you became the water that extinguished the game altogether. You are not here to argue, you are here to illuminate. And the light will always find a way forward, no matter how many shadows try to distort it. They were never your enemy, they were your initiators, your uncomfortable mirrors, your involuntary tears. In the end, you thank them not for what they did, but for showing you how much further you've come. Beneath the deepening velvet of evening's trance, feel a radiant poster within your heart's expanse. A cosmic lullaby hums through every cell, wrapping you in grace where silence and starlight dwell. Release the echoes of the day, each thought like drifting leaves. Let love's warm covering wash you clean in soft reprieve. Your soul, a temple of golden light above, held by the universe's gentle, boundless love. Night's quilt is woven from starlight and dreams. Rest here, beloved, where time softens its seams. Awake, renewed by the dawn's promise near, anchored in the calm of your own sphere. Beneath the deepening velvet of evening's trance, feel a radiant poster within your heart's expanse. Beneath the deepening velvet of evening's trance, feel a radiant poster within your heart's expanse. A cosmic lullaby hums through every cell, wrapping you in grace where silence and starlight dwell. Release the echoes of